Hello everyone. This past week I took a vacation. It was the first actual vacation I've had in about 2 years. That's not to say I didn't have any time off before, but all of the other time was for medical procedures. Since I needed to take a vacation, I decided that it would be worthwhile to get the last major achievement on Duolingo. That's right, I'd gotten to the Diamond League, but never beat it. Now, the way you win Diamond League is to rack up a lot of points. And the way to rack up a lot of points is to not progress in your target language. That's right, you heard me. If you progress, it will become more and more difficult, and you will go slower. I can provide evidence of this when you look at me doing the Spanish lesson here.
Los
Now, I'm conversationally fluent in Spanish. When I watch videos in Spanish on YouTube, I understand the vast majority of what is said, unless it's super fast or a particularly unique slang phrase that's being said. But you can see here on Duolingo, and I'm showing you this in real time, how having an advanced pretty far down the Spanish tree on Duolingo, the questions are pretty difficult. It takes time to type out the responses. But what if I pick a language that I've only just barely messed around with before, like, say, Japanese? Well, in Japanese, I can do this.
Me. I. Gi. Ma. Ko. Shi. Fue.
イギリス
Ki. Ko. Fo. Fue. Yo. I. Gi.
イギリス
Ko. Ki. Fue. Shi. Ma. Fo. Ma. Ki. Ko. Fue. Me. Yo.
So how do you rack up the points? Well, you just do this over and over and over again. Don't progress. If you do more lessons, you'll get more options, which takes you longer to complete. And the problem, of course, is that this is extremely boring. So I did complete a few lessons here and there, and that did end up slowing me down when we got to this part.
Ma.
Nakamura さんは先生です
But as you can see, I can click onto the next screen and get this option instead, which is way easier than the first one. So it takes one extra click per cycle, but whatever, the extra click saves time over trying to do the long version. So the net result is that I left everyone in my room in the dust by Wednesday, so I wasn't really at risk of not winning. So as you can see on my day-by-day chart here, I therefore slacked off quite a bit for the end of the week. I didn't have to keep pushing. And now, when we look at the amount of XP, that it shows my Japanese level in Duolingo is half that of my Spanish. But I know thousands of words in Spanish, and I know maybe 20 words in Japanese. I can do the hiragana pretty well now, but to think that I have 20,000 XP just doing hiragana, that's kind of sad when you put it in that way. This means that there's really only one thing left to do in Duolingo. See, with that, no more leaderboard to care about. So there you go. If you want to be first place in the Diamond League, your best bet is to not learn the language at all. Keep it at the very beginning level. Don't progress. This is yet more evidence that the gamification of Duolingo actively works against you learning the language. that said, I do think I'm pretty solid with the hiragana now, having done 20,000 XP in it, give or take. So, I am going to conduct another experiment in the near future. Probably not immediately, but in a week or two I'll start. With the language boards now turned off, I'm not feeling the gamification pressure of needing to win or needing to stay above the threshold so I don't get cut and lose the diamond level. I don't feel the pressure of maintaining Diamond League level. So I'm going to try to use Duolingo in a manner that would work for me to learn the language. And I'll see how I feel in Japanese in a month or two after using Duolingo in a language appropriate manner instead of a points appropriate manner. I think I will be able to learn some things through Duolingo. And now that stupid achievement of winning the Diamond League is completed, there's no other reason for me to push myself in Duolingo other than if it actually does help me learn a language. So I will use Japanese as my test language, and I will take a couple lessons in Italki as well. We'll compare progress in like a month or two and see if it actually does have any benefits at all, or if the whole thing is really a bad idea. Because I think with the gamification turned off, there are ways that this does work if you're intentional and if you're slow. So for people who do want to actually learn a language, not just win Diamond League, what I will do is see if that is possible for myself. And if it is possible for myself, I will show you what I did to tweak Duolingo, where it took out the gamification and actually used it in a hopefully beneficial manner. And if that works, I will explain how I did it. If it doesn't work, I will let you know that it didn't work for me. Not working for me doesn't mean it won't work for you, so don't take it as a clear-cut thing. If I don't find a way to actually learn Japanese through Duolingo, that doesn't mean you wouldn't be able to. So bear that in mind, but we'll see what happens in a couple of months on that. With all of that, I hope you all have a wonderful day.